Hi you guys. Oh wow, sorry I had to push it up, but I definitely needed to wait for that news. Um, Two hostages, and they're from our area over here, went to a local high school. So I was sitting with my girls and waiting, so that was very exciting. Welcome into WCIA Network. Hi, Deborah, Muffin Top, my amazing mod. Hello, hello. Hi, Fiona. GH White, Rumple Long here. So, Mary, I have an insane, incredible presentation. And anyone that comes in, I'm happy you're here because this is Justice Coming Soon. Something that should not be missed. Shazam, hi, hello, hello. It should not be missed. This channel that I got information from, interestingly enough, I sat and listened. I listened to the words she spoke, and I sat and did the best to my abilities, a channeling on her. And let me see if I have that one right here. I want you to listen to it. Let me see if this is it. Nope, that's not it. It's her words are very interesting. It's not that one. Wait a minute. Oh, it's up here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, it is. And she also spoke about... Wait. I played it slow. I played it slow because when you play these recordings slow sometimes, I have found a pattern that these stations do. Right? There's a particular noise. It's like a zzz, like that comes through when they're talking about the sacrifice, when an important element whizzes by. So when you slow it down, there's this crazy ass noise, and it happens in her video. Your father, I mean, and it's interesting when you really hone in and zone into a video and just let your mind open and listen. You'd be surprised what you hear. Let me see if it's this one. Wait. Yeah, it's this one. I'll play it when I'm done. If I still have time. Because I'm actually going to see the Taylor Swift movie. Ay. Okay, sounds like Tim Mullen and Candace video. Okay, so everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is for entertainment, educational purposes. Everything in this presentation specifically comes from one channel. Again, for those who don't know, it never has to do with the person whose channel it is. This has to do with showing the elements that are presented within this person's channel. The reason this is a critical, important live, not to miss it, is because it's going over the water hole in the swing, and the way that these trees and branches lay and how they match the information this lady gives on the Delphi girls. It's all about these elements. What she shows is insane. It's insanely close to what I've been talking about for over 2 years. So, thanks to her, I'm able to bring you these elements, these swings. Each element that I'm going to be presenting goes right back to Summer Moon Wells's Waterhole, swing, elements that exist on the ropes, that exist on the little white pieces, that exist for the last 2+ years. All these little teeny little elements are in this girl's video. Now, she only brings up a few other channels. Zav Girl is her main one that she talks about. So on this rope, are my small little thin clear little tubes with the bloody things through it. Oh, I got a super sticker. Did I miss it? Aww. Boston. Wait a minute. I don't see it. The heck? This is what's on that rope. This, and then our little teeny guy that is this white little thingamajigger. And this is what I call our critter. Right here. So everything that I'm going to be showing you has the matching elements. This here, my friends, I'm going to show you was on the swing with Summer. This is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's Cases elements. We start with the water hole. For those who remember, the water hole is where the children swam up to. Oh, thank you. Earlier live in chat. Thank you. I'm not sure it's there. I don't see it. But thank you. If it's there, thank you. This here, she shows the water hole. And I want to explain how the shallowness of the water hole, it has the swing at the water hole. And it reminds me and brings me spiritually to these photos of Summer, allegedly, at the Waterhole. The swing is above the Waterhole. I got a lot of really good photos, so don't you guys worry. This swing, which comes in a variety of ways, here tells me a story. So when I look at photos, I get the story. Now, nothing's been proven true, nothing's been proven false. Thank you, Boston. This tells me the story of Summer Moon Wells, who sat on a swing, was pulled above the water, and this is what happened to her. It tells me Summer Moon's story. She went beneath the ground. She went beneath the ground. This woman's video shows clear elements of Summer Moon Wells' swing video and Waterhole video. This is not about the woman in the video. This, you guys, these right here are all about the elements, about the ropes. Here's your little critter. And this is not her face, so it doesn't matter who it is. These are deep faked. These faces, all this shit, are deep faked. These little pieces that are on the swing and what she is showing are the photos that Summer Moon Wells had on the swing. These are the photos that are beneath the deep fake that I have been showing of the bloody hands. This here is the story of Summer Moon Wells. This is what's on the swing. That's what's on the swing. That's the hand that's on the swing. Always has been. It's just underneath. It was completely covered up. But this is what's coming out. Remember these bloody hands? Let me bring one up. This is Summer Moon, and let me tell you, she is not in the backyard. She's over the water. She is so over that water. I could smell it. I could see it. Everything about this video shows the truth in Summer Moon Wells. Because these hands that are showing so clearly is this hand. She was always being dunked, pulled over the water. Over the hole. These are the hands we've been looking at. Over and over and over. It's quite amazing how it shows up for me. And these photos show Summer Moon Wells' story so clearly. Everything that is wrapped around these ropes are her critters. They're Summer's critters. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is the story of the children's sacrifice, you guys. I have never seen it so vividly clear as I did watching her videos. The voice. These are the critters wrapped inside the rope. Look. She sings a song so beautifully. Yes, maybe she sings that song beautifully, but what I hear and what I see is Summer Moon. That's what I see. So when I look at her video and pull that rope so close and blow it up, those are the number 5 boxes. Right there. Her face changes a lot. I don't know who it is. I don't know who's beneath her face. What I do know is she reminds me a lot of Nana's Angels. Nana's Angel, whatever that girl is. What I do know is whatever is hanging on her head and stuck in her head is what was stuck in Summer Moon's head. So I don't look at the face, right? Ever. I don't focus in on it. What I focus in on are the elements that are being shown to me, right? These are the elements of Summer Moon Wells. They're all here. They're hanging on the goddamn rope. They're wrapped in the rope. This is the white mesh. It's in the white mesh, you see? See that thing in her head? That's Summer. This is what happened to Summer. So just take her face away and put Summer's face. because that's what I see. Is Summer's little face with that thing sticking in it. It's all about her, you guys. Every video, every photo is about the SUMMERWELLS children. It isn't, see, that's the problem on YouTube. They're making it about the YouTube people. They're making it about anything other than Summer. And it's not about us. It's about her. This is what happened to her. Right here. So many times I have shown that picture of stuff sticking out of her head like that. It's a sacrifice. Look at the pieces. As the video moves forward, this little critter all the way to the left, right here, turns into like a little panda face. Like it's represents Summer is what it does. And it's her number 5 box, and it represents her, because what these are, you guys, these are trophies, right? So if you look at them as little trophy pieces, like little bones, this is what's wrapped in there. See that little guy there is wrapped up in the number 5 box? That represents Summer. We've seen it many times, and they're hanging from the ropes. They're actually hanging from the exact ropes that look like the ropes from those chairs, like that red-headed guy with the chair. And he's in the hammock, whatever his name is. Redhead guy. No. That's not it. He's in the hammock. Let's see. It's just like that. Video. My God, I have so many redheads. That's the problem. There's a lot of redheaded guys in this SUMMERWELLS thing. There are a lot. Like, I would say most of them are redheads. It's crazy. Summer. I can't find it. I'm not going to grab it. Redhead combo. Oh, since I got this one, this is the Summer that I said can't be Summer because she's so big. That's the big Summer. That's the Summer that is older than Summer that we know of. Because she's not that big. See how she has the V? How she has that wrapped around her? That's basically what I just showed you here. Let me crop it. This is the swing. Wait. Come on, crop her. I'm going to crop her face out. So imagine this. This is the stuff that's on her wrapped from the swing, right? This is the same stuff wrapped around her, see? See how it goes down there? It's wrapped on her. It's the same thing. So all of these elements stay consistent. This here, let me even make it smaller. What I'm showing you is here's summer, and this is what's wrapped around her. This is part of the swing. This is the rope. This all matches. This all matches. And this is not the summer we know. This is someone quite big. But these represent summer. Right? She has a lot of elements on her. So as the video continues, the elements actually become much stronger and like really, really crystal clear. She's talking to Candace in the video. She's speaking and she's singing. And these elements are showing me where to go get them to show you how they match. This is supposed to be summer. This is all the same. This woman is showing this same information as summer. As if this is summer swinging on her swing. There's the landscapers. As if it's summer swinging. To me, I could just replace whatever is here and put summer right in there. Look. The swing video, I am quite clear, took place over the water. I have particular pictures that look just like the water. There's water. There's water. It's not grass. It's like this. Ignore that noise. It should go away soon. This is showing summer. Look at the side. That right there is the three. You know how summer had those three prongs? I call them three prongs. They're like three deep scratches. That's what you see here. Let me crop it in. right here are the 3 prong marks that represent an element in which what happened to the children. Right here. These are elements that show in the swing video. What's connected here is Summer's little box. That's Summer's little box. This was, I think, just a couple months after June. I think it's August. So as she pans across the water, different ropes show. Some with the disc on the bottom and some without. Now, a very interesting thing that I don't know if I heard it spiritually or she said it, but the one without the disc on the bottom, she said, oh, this one didn't make it. Oh, this one didn't make it. These ropes each have the same thing on it. Let me show you. As I showed you in the Idaho 4 and Kylie Rodney. They all have this triangular thing on top of their ropes. And to me, it's something that you use when you go in the water and you hold it if they're pulling you. Like you hold on to it if you're being pulled. So I see this here is a plasticky piece. This here is on that rope. All of this here, you see the F, you see the triangle, you see the 5, there's a lot that shows up in these images when you blow them up. All they keep doing is showing element after element after element. So if you were to play this video back to yourselves and try to look for elements, you wouldn't have to try because the elements are right there. You just have to blow them up. There's the V and the 5, the bottom of that rope. The V and the 5. And I'm telling you, you guys, this is, to me, an extremely important piece of the puzzle. What I see as part of the story, is I feel and I see spiritually the story that these children, they're getting pulled. There's holes. They're getting pulled and they're being hidden like under these bushes and in the trees and in the holler. In the holler? What's a holler? What's a holler? The holler. In the holler. In the holler. It looks like the holler. When I do this shit, you guys, I just say what I hear. The holler? Holler? What's the holler, you guys? The holler. Woods? It's a private woodland. It's like a private, the holler is Ben Hill. It's a private area. It's a okay, so what I'm hearing is she's in a private area. You can't go here. You really shouldn't be here. So what I'm saying to her is you really shouldn't be here. This is a private area, you guys. Summer went to a private area. There's a lot of children. There's many children amongst her. These children go to a private holler. Because Ben Hill's private. And what I see is I see them hidden. They get them here. They're hiding. They're hidden in underneath the rubbish, like the bushes and the branches. Like they're hiding. They hide them in here, and they get pulled in here. But they're in here. They're hiding. This is stuff that's in every case. Like every case has this rubble, this rubbish, like this stuff. This is stuff. Rubbish. And they get pulled into it. I just keep having the word pull. A private, like the word private's coming out really strong, like it's private, like get off of my fucking property, it's private. Like, get away, it's my property, you can't be here. Don't come on my property. They get mad, but this is what's going on their private property. And they're in the rubbish. They're in the rubbish. That's all I know. And they're being pulled. These are A-frames. They're being pulled into these places, you guys. They're wrapped up in these things. You can only find them in the rubbish. You could find them in the rubbish. This is the swing, is the A. This is not a swing. Each of them have one of these. These. That's what the swing looks like. Looks like this. The kids, you don't see them moving them because many a times they're being pulled in the rubbish. I don't know. There's no other word. When I say these words, it's because that's the word that's created by the children. It's rubbish. That's what they're calling it. And this is them. They're being pulled. And these are their sticks. They all have these sticks like an A. These are sticks, you guys. This isn't a chair. At this point, they're saying these are sticks. This is what gets placed upon them. So these are the sticks that get placed upon them in the rubbish. These sticks go in the rubbish. The sticks go in the rubbish. So they're coming out from this stuff. You don't see them because it just looks like part of the woods. This person's A-frame fell, and this is what summer would look like. They're being pulled in. This is the rubbish. They're being pulled out of that hole. Here. There's a hole, and they're being pulled. They're wrapped in rubbish. You guys. They're like wrapped. Like a package. They're like wrapped like a package. They're saying it's like a gift package. A gift package. So they're coming out of the hole from the rubbish. This is their story. This is a hole. And this is being pulled. And those are the sticks that go through them. This is what the Delphi kids looked like. So what I'm saying right now to anyone who I'm going to be showing you, yeah, this matches really nicely, because the second part is her video on the Delphi sticks. Now this makes sense why I put it together. This here is the Delphi case. See the V? There's a V here. There's that one. This is the body, and it's showing what it's showing because the last part of my presentation are the sticks that this lady drew. I sent it all into authorities because I'm like, I don't think we knew this information. This is how the bodies lay. Right, you guys? So, thank you guys for explaining that. So this is in a holler. This is within a private area that no one could come into. You're not supposed to walk in here. You walk in here, they have the right to put their gun up and get you out of there. This isn't like a Waterhole. Like a Waterhole. This is really where they went. They went to a private area, not the Waterhole. These obviously everything falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 because this is just through my psyche. and it's for entertainment, educational purposes. I am saying that they weren't at the Waterhole. I'm saying they were at a private area that hardly had any water. The water goes up and down quickly. It could be very little amount of water, and then there could be a lot of water. And this is where they are. This is what happened to Summer. This, to me, is Summer Moon's swing. This is where the kids get taken. The kids get taken here. The kids get taken to this location. This is where the kids go, you guys. This isn't the Waterhole that we know. It's saying that it's the Waterhole in the story. But it isn't where the kids go. They go to this place. And those are the knots, you guys. Like I see so much in here. I see, wow. I see, I see that the knots, the kids know the knots. You guys, these knots are used. These knots are used. These lift the kids. So if the kids are, let's say the kids are not alive, right? In their spirit. What they're saying is their spirit is saying, we see that, but they're brought here. They bring the children here. Now, I don't know if they're alive or dead. This tells me that they're lifted here and they're placed in the water and they're already passed, but they're in the rubbish. They're in the rubbish. So this here is going to tell the story. See how I hear the story and then I'm shown these. They're connected to a lot of metal and they're already wrapped. They're being pulled in the rubbish and they get brought to a very private holler. This is where the kids go. This is Summer Moon Wells. This is Summer Moon Wells. This might as well be her bed, this is her holy, like her holy something, like her, this is like her holy place, like her grave, yeah, like her, this is Summer. This is where Summer went, beneath the water, in the holy ground, but you can't get to it unless you trespass or get a warrant. It's property that is private. But this is Summer, this was the swing. This was her swing. Oh my God. Oh my God. They could pull it up and down. Whatever this box is, they could take it out of the water. They could pull it up and down, you guys. They could get to it. Remember I said, like, day one, I'm like, if you could find the string, and if you pull the string, you'll find the kids. Well, there's a string you could pull amongst these hollers in these private locations where you could pull them up if you find the string. And this is how I envisioned it, like you know, like over a curb. Remember I said it looked like it was a curb that was on a street, but it was like rubbish, like pebbles, like rubble, like rubbish. Oh my God, you guys, the words. Okay. The rubbish is like this because this was the rubbish. Now it's the pebblish. Like this is dried up. This is the rubbish. She's beneath the rubbish. In here. So this comes from Summer's swing. Oh, there you go. There you go. This isn't her swing, it's here, see? See this L in here? And this white stuff that dried out? This is a match. This comes from her swing in her house. See how this is from Candace's TikTok video? This L, it's telling me these are the same. This is a small little water pond, right? Just like this. But the water went away. Oh, this used to be filled with water. Now it's rubbish. So you guys, I channel the children, right? And sometimes it takes a moment for the words to be correct because they're children. And I put these things together because I'm like, oh, these match. But I don't have the story until I go live. This here is this here. This tree with all these branches is what was coming out of the tree in their backyard, because this is the tree. That might as well be her swing. That thing might as well be her swing. This is Candace's TikToks of her swing. And you know how in the swing her feet they're underground? You know how like sometimes she was in the ground? It's because she was by this water. This to me is the match, and this to me is the location. You see this here? Right here. This is the rope. goes down into the water, and this is where summer would have gone. So it's summer. Sometimes her body, like I have pictures of her body like halfway in and halfway out. I'm like, what is she sticking out? Remember, I would be like, they're sticking out of the ground. They're like coming out of the ground. That's because they're coming out of that. They're in the water. Her feet are in the water. See, look. See? See how she's not swinging? Her feet are down in the hole. They're in this hole. That's the swing. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to what I just uncovered. Absolutely, I am. That is where she's sticking out of. Crazy. Thank you for those ones. There's a little fishy face. Oh my God, and here's the fishy face. Oh my God, here it is. Look. The critters are all there. Wait. Here's the little chipmunk. So here's her little critters. See the fishy? How she always says she saw fishy? This is Summer. This is her TikTok. And then in this girl's video, there's a big fish. There's a little fish. Look. Here. It's right there. Oh my God. Look at how much stuff's coming out of her video. There's the green face. Look at that. Wait, Kathy, where do you see a time? Let me see. Looks like a man. Kathy, where do you see a time? This is the tree that's telling the story, you guys. This tree is telling the story. This tree is telling you this story. It's telling me that the whole entire sacrifice situation came from this location, Candace's forearm. I didn't see it, but it might be there. I don't have Candace's arm anymore. So this here, these are the same messages. You see, in the car ride, it was never what you all thought it was. It's these jugs, and they have these little viney things coming out of the jugs. If you look at the edge of the milk cartons, it's the viney things that you're going to see. See? And then it's the milk jug up top. This is summer moon swing. That's the rubbish. That's the tree. That's the A. And they're all hanging from these branches. And it's the branches that are the most important. These things are hanging in the branches. Just like this. You see how I've shown this before. That little critter thing is in one of those green chairs. Summer was in one of these kind of, I want to call them buggies or whatever they are. They're buggies. It's a way to move. It's a way these victims are being moved. I'm going to blow it up for you because I think sometimes these things look really small on your end. So this is Summer. And here she's in her swing. And this is really what she looks like in this video. That's what she looks like. And what they're showing is Summer in this video. Because they're not in her backyard. They're not at the watering hole. They're at a private holler. This is the chipmunk raccoon that basically symbolizes summer. Let me get it smaller. Here, I'm going to get it a little closer. So this is summer, and this is the raccoon or chipmunk, but it's in the same, see? It's in the same contraction. It's in the same kind of a buggy. It's in the same kind of a chair. It's getting pulled. That's the feeling I get. I feel like it's getting, and it's heavy. I feel like it's getting pulled. And it's in the rubbish, like in the, you know. And they didn't go, it's not the watering hole that we know of. This is summer. This is what I'm showing you in the video. See how the V and the heart's on the bottom? This is the same thing. Summer moon wells' children find themselves at this location in the rubble, being pulled. So if any of the law enforcement wants to find them, they're in the rubbish and they're being pulled, and it all winds up in the water. And then the water goes away and they're all dried up on top. They're there. But it's a private area, you see. But the pieces that they're going to find are like the trophies that are they're going to make no sense. They're going to make no sense to law enforcement unless they teach themselves about these sacrifices and they learn about the elements and they know what to look for because they stay the same. You know, they're like things like this that they'll find in the rubbish. And there's sticks and they're A-frames and there's a pattern. There's a pattern that they could find, and they're seeing it in the Delphi case. It's in the Summer Moon Wells cases also. It's John Benet Ramsey, you guys. John Benet Ramsey. It's the same thing. This is Summer Moon. These are her sticks. Each victim has sticks. She had a very long stick. There's a bamboo stick, and this is the bamboo stick. Right here. See the hearts in the mesh all wrapped around the rope? See the rubbish? That's the stick. All that stuff is wrapped together. This is what they take from the sacrifices, you guys. This is what they take. But they always have the same information. So there is a pattern to follow. There's a particular pattern that the law enforcement could follow to mark these children as sacrifices. At least acknowledge that they're sacrifices. Like, they don't give a shit. They want to be acknowledged that this is what they went through. That they were pulled through that shit, and those are their sticks that were prepared for them. Those are their hearts. This is them. The acknowledgement is really, really important to the children. This acknowledgement of what happened to Summer, that she was really over this little thing of water being pulled, is what they're looking for. She's not swinging on her fucking swing in her backyard, having a good old jolly time. No. If anyone would just take these photos in the law enforcement and just frickin' look at them, they're not normal pictures. These aren't normal photos of a child swinging on a swing. It doesn't take any kind of smartness to recognize the fact that this child's face is covered by a mask. That's supposed to be Summer. Well, give me a fucking break. Really? I mean, it's time that it's recognized for what it is. It makes no sense to those that have been the victims for years and years and years that this could be shown and completely ignored. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't make sense. Look what's happening to the world. It makes sense, actually. Makes a lot of fucking sense. Makes more sense than I want it to make. This took place to the right. And those are Summer's sticks that are wrapped up. Those are Summer's. Just like the Delphi's. I bet they had all this mesh shit and stuff surrounding their sticks, and they probably had rubbish and a lot of stuff. This is her stick. This is all the stuff. All the stuff. This is SUMMERWELLS' sacrifice location. I am more confident about that now than I was an hour and 13 minutes ago. This is no different than what they're showing in the Delphi case. What's the difference between the sticks that are being shown here and the sticks now in this photo? Nothing. Nothing. There's no difference. The difference actually is this to the left is Summer. This is the Delphi. No difference. Here's your V. Here's your V. Here's your stick. Here's your stick. Here's your person is right in here. Your person is right here. Right there. Here's an F. No difference. It's actually pathetic that this is so close and no one's recognizing it in the law enforcement. I think it's pathetic. actually. I think it's mind-blowing to me, actually. Here's what's on the bottom. This is your F. On the stick, on the tree, in the blood. In all the blood. Here's the water hole. I'm sticking to it that this is your water hole. This is where this shit happened. And these are the swings, and they're being pulled and they're being lifted, and these swings are moving. These are the victims. I am extremely clear in what I see. Extremely clear that this was made for Summer Moon Wells' sacrifice. It is crystal clear to me. If I could place money down on a case and tell you what happened and where, I would nail it down right here. Nail it. Here's the green face by her V. So this is, do you understand, you guys? This is exactly how the Delphi's wood was. This is what they did. This is how they had it. And this is basically the wood next to the tree. This is how they have the Delphi kids. This. That's how they have it. I don't. Wow. There is zero difference. All you're missing is the body. It's all here. Look at the bottom. Look at the V on the bottom. I told you Summer Moon Wells is a sacrifice just like these are a sacrifice. There's no difference. The only difference is they're different sacrifices of different people. That's it. This is telling you her story and telling you that she's the same. Telling you that she went in the rubbish and then they dry up like that. And they come get them. That's Summer. And somebody else being pulled. They're being pulled. These are the same things. It's a small photo. I can't do that one. So the story of Summer Moon Wells is right here over these waters. This this portion is telling you that this is where she went. This is her story. This one is her story. Everything about this shows Summer Moon Wells. And let me tell you, there's a lot of victims here. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here, you guys. This is a location that a lot has happened. Much has happened. And this is a space that not everyone could get to. You can't get here. But these are the waters. You guys, this is the water. If they wanted to, they could find this. And who I'm talking about is the law enforcement. If they choose to follow my lead, all they got to do is follow the rubbish, the trees, nature, the elements, the bushes, the branches. This is what's in the branches. These are, you guys, these are the trophies. These are the branches of life. I'm getting that these could be found, but they're in private property. This is the finale. This is the worshiping piece. This is high up, higher ground. And this is what happened to Summer Moon. This. I show you this all the time, these sticks with these creepy critters on the top. See this stick? This stick with the green head. Here's the stick with the 5. Here's another green head. This is how they show it. I mean, I've shown this gazillions of times, but I personally have never seen it like this. So clearly. So clearly in a video that is telling the whole story. Literally telling the story. This is Summer Moon up in the bushes in a sacred location. That. Thank you for those ones. Well, look at that. There's the hole. Huh. So here's the hole in the tree. This tree has been used many times. This tree is just, it's under the rubble. They've got to go looking under this stuff. It's all in here. It's all in here. they could find it. These are sticks. These are Summer Moon Wells' sticks. So when they find these things in the water, because when everything is said and done, it moves down a river. Like a lot of this stuff, this is just like the garbage, the stuff that they go to look for. This, and this is on the stick, and this is the rubbish. Obviously that's a swing. But this goes in the water and travels about. Just travels about. So I have a photo. So there was water on here at one time. I have a photo of Summer that matches this, and I said she's with her. She's on 2 sticks, right? And they floated her away in the water. She floated away, and I'm like, it looks like it's shaped like a boat, right? But now I see that what it is it's the sticks. So I have a photo, which I doubt I could find right now, of Summer. Well, it's Summer, obviously, allegedly, with these 2 sticks floating down the water. This place once had more water. These are Summer's sticks. These are very sacred, you guys. Now look at the rope with the face on it. Let me blow it up so you could see it. It changes, like the rope. Obviously, you guys could tell that the rope gives, parts of the story throughout my video. It kind of shifts and changes, right? So I like to show you it so you all could see what I'm talking about. But we all know that these faces and critters, I call them, we've seen them all in Summer Moon's case. So now this is the rope. You've seen this stuff. There's the doggy head coming out. Little Paw Patrol coming out. Right now it's white, but it's coming out of the stick. But it's white, but it's a little Paw Patrol right here. And obviously this one is like a chipmunk. It's coming out of the stick. And it's Summer Moon. I think I made my point, right? I think you all get the gist of how that stuff is moving, and it's actually getting smaller, and the video is really quick, but this the rubbish that I'm calling it gets smaller. It gets big and then it gets smaller. So it's changing size through, during this video where it shouldn't. But it does because it's telling the story. See? The A on the face is different, but you have the same sticks. but the size of this thing shifts throughout the video. But it has the heart in it. It has the A-frame on the head. It keeps the same elements. It stays consistent. But I believe it's being thrown into the water. See the heart. This is representative of a victim. This is Summer Moon. All of this. That's her stick. That's her A-frame on the stick. And these look like little huts. They look like little balls of freaking tree trunks, right? That's what they look like. And then you've got, what do you got back here? A yellow canoe or something? Oh, that's someone on a boat. Well, look at that. Guys, a lot is going on in these videos. There's just a shitload. And then this is like, these are the strings. These are the strings from the rope. I call them mesh. I just put a lot of photos in here so you get the gist of it and you understand when you're looking at a case and you feel as if it's sacrifice, you look for these items. You look for the sticks that are just sitting there looking out of place, but they're placed very carefully, and you could almost tell that they're either superimposed or moved to look like a sacrifice, right? Because all of these sticks were moved because the way that they're shaped and they're placed on each other without anything around them is suspicious. And then when I look at something like this, and I look between the trees and it looks one way, and then a split second later that white thing disappears, I'm going to notice in between the trees. This is Summer Moon's sacrificial area. This is how they had her. Over here, by this tree, by that hole. What you're looking at are her elements. You're looking at her rope, you're looking at her mesh, and she's within the rubbish. She is within the rubbish. Oh, these are the F's that are like next to the tree. They're here, and I place them over here so you can see them. These F's, when they superimpose them, they have an F with like a little doll in there or something, but they're in there on the tree, and they're obvious because they have like little They have a number 3 in there, or a 5, and a doll, and I'm pointing it out because it's there. And this is the person who's in the video, and right behind her is showing the end result of a sacrifice. So whatever goes on in this location and what they're showing here is the end result of a SUMMERWELLS sacrifice. And it's being pulled, it's moving, imagine it being pulled to the left, towards the holler. It's being pulled, but you can't see that it's humans because it's wrapped up. So that shouldn't be there, right? And then you see like a forklift over it. This is being moved. They're on like if you were to turn it, let me turn it. So imagine it like a sled, like how we saw Kylie Rodney was a sled, right? Kylie Rodney was like a sled. You pull it, that'll be confusing. No, it won't. Well, maybe I turn it this way. Here. Now that's confusing. So these are sacrifices. This is a bundle. Like it's like a more than one person here. It's a bundle. It's a bundle. It's right behind her. Now, this ring tells me a part of the story that I just never paid attention to. And to the left, all the way to the left, is her bracelet. This ring tells me the story that they're following. These sacrifices are following those shapes. They're following those shapes of those V's. And there's like a way of doing it. So as I'm showing you Summer Moon's sticks, this is what they're following, is this. And this here is what they did with the Delphi case. This woman wrote these out. So I thought it would be a great thing to put in here now because this matches Summer Moon's sticks. What you see here throughout the Delphi drawings, as well as what I just showed you of Summer Moon's water place, they follows this, her ring. And I'm not really sure that all of these details were even discussed. Because what I see here is she has down that the cell phone was found under Abby's shoe. That the cell phone was found under Abby's shoe. It wasn't found under her shoe. From what I heard the law enforcement say, copy 57. Under Abby's shoe, under shoe cell phone. Three branches. See, and then there's antlers on the head. And there's a stick going down. Like, I don't recall this information. The information that I got from the video on the Waterhole speaks about these sticks. So when I looked at both of these videos, I placed them together as if these are the same story, but they're different victims. So when I see the final product I'm calling of Summer to the left, to me, it's the same thing as I see to the right. It's the same cult story, but different victims. So what you see here to the left is this here matches this. This here matches this. This here matches this. You see, there's a common thread here. It's a common thread. The words, let's see, heads a few, let's see, feet near L's feet, heels a few feet apart, not sure which side of Libby, throat cut, I can't read the rest of it. But I didn't even know that those details were public. And these are the drawings that are in the video. They look just like what I just showed you. Just like summer sticks. She drew all these out. This here, the head changed right there. I don't know what that is. But it's not what it was 2 seconds ago. It's like an animal. But these are very interesting. These just don't, these are very interesting. Because I don't know if this information is something that was public, but when you look closer to these pictures, they always tell another story. Like the smallest ones down here tell a different story. A's taken to hide. It says missing A's clothes, Abby's clothes taken to hide something, evidence of SA. It was there? Was there evidence? Oh, she has a question mark. But these are the pictures that are drawn. And this is why I put it together with Summer Moon. Because there is a correlation between all the other drawings that I have been collecting and drawings like this. Like, I guess I see a story through it. It has nothing to do with her other than I see the story. And I didn't know that this part of the story, were they connected to the tree? I mean, why is she connected to the tree? So you guys could go back and look at this and look at the details, because this to me, it's more about the sticks for me, but the rest of the information is kind of cool to look at. You could also go to her video to look at it, but it's interesting to me to see that. But what I do here is pull the information that is SUMMERWELLS cases that are the same. And to me, the Delphi is the same. It's showing the same information as I see it. So I'm seeing it this way because to me, they're all under the same sacrifices. So, you know, she did a great way for me showing these drawings, because I'm able to say, yeah, these are mesh threads. And that's not her here. Those are showing mesh threads. And to me, that must have been something that was in a report, or they knew it. And here, this is an A. Like, when you do the feet this way, this here, you know, is a triangle. All of these are triangles. Everything that I see here matches the ring. So when I see stuff like this, I'm not talking about everything here. I'm talking about the elements. I'm saying that when I look at this stuff, I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing the summer moon case. These are all the same to me. And there's a deer. These are antlers. But that's how I see it, because it tells the story. It tells this story to me. That to me is summer wrapped in all that shit, just like what you see to the left. Like what she has like this is like this. It's the same story to me. Like these antlers are what they made antlers from trees. There's no difference. This body, let me put it here again. No, not that. This body here this full body here is the same thing as over there. And I'm saying that that's Summer. That is Summer's story, and that's her mesh. That's all of her mesh. This is all of her stuff that they wrap her in, and that there is no difference. Look at she's got the blue on here too. There's no difference between these. That this is what happened to Summer. So this is what it's about. These sticks and this information is absolutely no different than the Delphi kids. What you see here is telling the same story. It's telling the same story. For some reason, this video shows the movement of the bodies through a private holler to get it to where it needs to be. That's what it comes through, and they're moving it using the trees, the river, the water, the barks, the rubbish. That's Summer, and they move them. They're being pulled and moved. Put it this way. Let's say that this is here. Let me explain this. Let's say this is Summer, and this is her head, and she's being moved. Moved here. She's being moved. In between that tree is a really horrible green face that tortured these children. And this is a sacrifice that's happening within these properties, you guys. This is what's happening to them. And then when you look at this, it's empty. These are ropes of the remains. Like, this is not a where a child swings and has a wonderful time. This is sad to me. Like, this is very sad. This makes me quiet. It's sad. Imagine this is this. This body over here, just imagine for a moment that it gets dumped in the water and there's no more body. It's an empty shell. And then this gets pulled out of the water and it's just empty. That's what I'm getting, like it goes this way. It just gets emptied, like boom. That's why this is so sad to me. It's just not supposed to be this way. You know, they think it is, but it isn't. It isn't. This here is this. Aha. Turn it this way. Ta-da! It's a boat in the water. It's a boat in the water. Now I don't have to turn it, because these are the same. This is this. See the chipmunk? This is the story of a SUMMERWELLS victim. This is the story, you guys. And this is the story of the Delphi kids. This is the story of Kylie Rodney and Gabby Petito. This is it. This is the Delphi case. This is Summer Moon. And this brings the kids justice by telling their story. This brings justice by telling their story. You know, I have been showing this stuff for, man, long time now. And each time I do get on here, I do get closer to the finer details of explaining the story. And all the way down to the raccoon face, it matches. You know, like, this has not wavered. Like, there's the boat. There's a boat. They go on a boat. Hasn't changed, you guys. Thank you all for those kind words. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I really hope this makes a difference, because it really does justify everything. It really does back up everything that I do say here. Yeah, wake up, LE. Thank you all very much for tuning in and watching this live. Is amazing, if I could say so myself. And yeah, may justice come real soon. We will keep telling their story, but hopefully one day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Could not be doing this without you guys. Thank you all. God bless you all. Have an amazing weekend. Go have some fun. Hug your family and your friends. Talk to you all soon. Good night, guys.